Hello, everyone. We hope you are doing well. It has been a long, long time. So much has been happening in our lives that we just want to let you know that the podcast is back. We are here. I am Red. This is
Green.
And we are so happy to be back on Red and Green, the podcast. Better, bigger, better, moving forward. Thank you for all your messages of when are we going to return and when is the next podcast and so on and so forth. We are here. We've been quite busy for the last, I don't know how long it's been. So, Kristie, why don't you tell us what's been going on?
Well, we're thinking about, we might have to change the name of the podcast to Red and Red.
The podcast.
No, really, we won't change the name. But we're getting married.
Yay! Yes, we are. We are excited at this time in our lives, and we're just ready to bring you just incredible material as Red and Green or Red and Red or whatever's going to be the podcast.
It'll be both.
Now, so we are here. So let's talk.
Well, first of all, we're in New York City right now.
We are in New York City, absolutely.
And it is cold.
It is very cold.
Because it is, what is today? March. What is today? March.
What day is it? It is
It's
March.
Saturday,
March 9th.
March 9th. Okay, so Saturday, March 9th. We got our engagement pictures done at the Brooklyn Bridge here in New York City. And let's tell them how smart I am.
I don't know. You tell us.
First of all, I had a vision as to what I wanted for the engagement photos.
Yes, you was. Yep.
You know what I'm talking about now.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, I wanted like romantic sunrise, just like that beautiful golden look of photos. And romantic to me means flowy and muted colors. And I just had a vision in my head. So I got this yellow dress from Free People. Anyone who knows Free People, how their clothing is. Romantic and flowy, but also gauzy.
Yep.
Gauzy dresses are not warm at sunrise in New York City. And it was, 40 degrees maybe?
Probably 35.
So I have on this I have this Banana Republic coat I got, 2 years ago?
Yes.
And it is like down, and you wear it like a backpack, and I love it because no wind gets through it. I had that on, and sandals. They were cute sandals.
They were beautiful sandals. That wasn't the issue with the sandals. The issue was the wind on the sandals.
Well, and like
slapping your toe.
So I painted my nails like a neutral color, my fingers and toes, because I just don't like the fake nails. I think we've discussed this before.
Yes, we have. You do not like
too much. So I thought, but then it'll just give like a finished look to have them done in a neutral color. Well, that neutral color, you can't tell if your fingers are turning blue or not.
Not at all.
And I was like, I might be freezing. This could be it. Mm-hmm. I could be freezing to death. And so they would wrap me up, get me out. But let me tell you, it was International Women's Day yesterday. Mm-hmm. And there was some women cheering me on that got me through it.
Yeah.
Because we're out there and they're like, you look beautiful. You look amazing. You can get through it. These are going to be great pictures. People I did not know. Yeah. Women from Brooklyn, New York, who were locals, wearing coats just like the one I brought.
But they was running.
But covered. But toboggans.
Next to the water.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh.
But they were covered up as locals.
Yeah.
Here I'm a Floridian standing basically naked.
I mean, we didn't get the memo.
And I knew it was going to be cold. But I was trying to channel. I saw like a photo shoot. I think it was Ashley Graham. And she did like a photo shoot for Sports Illustrated on a block of ice.
On a block of ice.
And I was like, channel your inner Ashley Graham. You can do it. You can do it. Listen, I did it. I did do it. But then like we found like a little coffee house like in Dumbo. Mm-hmm. And I sat there and then told Jeff like, you're going to have to go outside and get the Uber and find them because I can't. And then got back to the room. And I stood in the shower for probably 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I could see my like, it changed colors. I think I came close to frostbite.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, it didn't look right. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like white, splotchety, and then red going into it. And then, like, I still am having, like, a weird feeling on one big toe.
Yeah.
But most of them have came back.
Yeah. I was like, uh-oh. You need to fix that because that looks like an issue.
And then your suit was fire. Was it? Did you freeze?
Not really. Because every time we took a photo after we got done, I put back on my coat to go to a different location. So I was good.
Well, you had on a shirt and a vest.
And a tie. I
coat.
believe in all the clothes.
Well, I mean,
I believe,
whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure they'll be beautiful. I'll get them today. I'll post them. I can't wait.
But those are some great pictures. And that photographer, we've got to give a shout to him. He's good. He was very nice. He was very quick. Mm-hmm. He knew exactly what he wanted. He told us where to stand, how to do this. So it was really great. So we hope that you enjoy them.
Yeah, a total plug for Snapper, SNAPPR, snapper.com. Well, let me do it. Let me do a preliminary plug.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a service where, like, you go into big cities and there's photographers and you just look and see who's available. It's like $189. I'm not sure how much it is for other people. Like, it could be a different price in different cities. I don't know, but this is what I paid. And they come out and they meet you for and you pay per the hour, right, how long you want it for, that kind of thing. But I could have never found a photographer, an on-site photographer, being not from this area.
Right.
And it's something like I want to do at least once a year to a new place that we go to.
Yeah.
Every time we go to a new place, get our yearly couple photo done in the new place through that.
Right.
Because I love it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, and it's reasonable prices. Mm-hmm. Well, the price here in New York, I don't know about any other city, but here in New York it was very reasonable, and so it was good. He was very efficient. And very pleasant.
Mm-hmm. And considerate of us freezing.
Very considerate. And so it's definitely a shout out. And if you come to New York, hopefully you will support them if you want to get whatever kind of pictures that you want in terms of a special occasion or something like that. And maybe not even a special occasion. I mean, they take you everywhere. They'll tell you where to meet them, and then you go for it. So I think that's great.
I told him where I wanted. I wanted photos of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
And he said, meet us at Jane's Carousel in Dumbo. Mm-hmm. I would never have known where to meet him.
Right.
So it was good to have somebody that took the lead on it.
Yeah. So it's funny, let's go back a little bit. We've talked about the actual engagement photos, but we haven't talked about the engagement. It's been so long since we did a podcast.
I know, for real.
Yeah, people are like, are you guys doing it? Oh, yeah, we will. We have really been busy with everything that's going on, but we're like, let's get back to doing our table talk. So you want to talk about the engagement?
Yes. It was the best day.
That was me talking.
Oh, I can't even stand it. It gets me in my feels every time. So it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And, honest to goodness, I didn't suspect nothing. I didn't know if you'd ever propose. I thought we might just be dating for eternity.
Yeah.
I
know you thought that. I was kind of chuckled.
I didn't. No, but it was, I didn't expect it. And I really didn't expect it on my birthday because you played it well. The year before. Mm-hmm. You had said, I don't even remember what we were talking about the year before. Mm-hmm. But it was something about my birthday, and you said, no, I wouldn't do that on your birthday because you would expect it.
Yeah.
Something, I don't even remember.
Right.
And I thought, well, he's not going to do anything on Christmas or a birthday or Valentine's Day because I'd expect it. And he had planned to take us to the Grand Floridian for lunch. And
the reason why the Grand Floridian for lunch, first of all, we love the grounds of the Grand Floridian. It just kind of fits. We just like that kind of stuff. So we're big. By now, we're big Disney people. The different parks and the different hotels, and that's us. But this special about the Grand Floridian was that we usually have our special lunches there or special, you know what I'm saying?
Valentine's Day dinner.
That's just that's our spot, and we love it. And why not there? Memories. So memories are very important to us. Pictures are very important to us. And why not there for some of our special moments or the special moment?
So that's where we went Then he told me that's where we were going for lunch. And then we were going to a park after, is what he said. Mm-hmm. And so then I'm getting ready to wear park clothes. Good plan.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, why don't we just dress up? And if you know Jeff, he's very dapper. Like, he's much more dapper than I am. People think that I'm a clothes hound. You got me beat 1,000 times over.
I don't know about
Lies.
that,
You do.
but...
You do.
Okay.
I mean, you do.
I just said okay. I just kept going.
Yeah, I felt like it. I needed to recommit.
You don't want to rewind.
Yeah, I need to recommit.
You do. What?
You do. But, so he decided that he wanted to dress up, so I was like, okay. And so then I brought clothes for the park, because I wasn't trying to wear a dress to the park. I mean, I would totally wear a dress to a park, but not a dress-up dress to the park. And, like, all my friends were like, have fun at dinner. And I was kind of sad because none of them were coming out.
And me and the friends had been planning this and talking about this for the longest of time.
And like, I share location with everybody. Not everybody, but like my best friends and my kids. Mm-hmm. They all have my location. And I mean, for not only, like, sometimes I just look to see where you're at. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, Michelle's at Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. You know?
I mean, really. She does that.
But then, also, if I don't hear from you, I know where you're at, and I can find your body.
Yeah.
You know, like, security issues, too. And, like, my kids all share location with me. Like, it's safety.
Yeah.
Just a safety thing. So, and I share mine with them, too. Like, it ain't a one-sided street. Like, you can know where I'm at. But, sure enough, though, and this is just props to Jeff and Michelle. Whoever thought it? Everybody turned their locations off.
Yep.
I did not notice that they turned their locations off. Mm-hmm. But they did turn their locations off.
Because you are FBI.
I am.
And we all know, listen, if you need to find out something, she will know things and let you know. And she will know them. Mm-hmm. FBI, and then show you the proof that she knows it. Mm-hmm.
Receipts, sir.
She will keep receipts and show you. So this is the game you want to play. Let's dance.
I mean, life has taught me. Keep your receipts.
Yeah.
Do it like they laugh at me at work.
Well, it's taught me that too. It taught me that too. So this is what we're doing.
Well, they laugh at me at work because I don't delete emails. I know that there's people who cannot stand to see, like, I've got probably 8,400 emails in my work email, but it came in handy when people said I didn't do something and I hit forward. Mm-hmm. But it also has came in handy when I forget something and I can look something back up. Yeah. I just don't delete nothing. But, so I keep receipts. I have every text message. I was looking to free up space the other day. Mm-hmm. I went down memory lane with him on other things, but so he knows this is valid. But I was looking to free up space on my phone. And I don't delete photos and videos until I download them to an external hard drive that then goes in a fire retardant safe. Because one day pictures are the only thing that you will have left. And, like, your kids will have left. So, I'm just like he said, pictures are huge to me. Yeah. So, if I lose them, I would lose my mind. So, they're backed up 75 different ways. Yeah. But, so that wasn't an option. And then it said messages was the second thing. Because I keep all my text messages.
Oh, you text me. That's right.
I can load earlier messages. I have got the first voicemail that my daughter ever left me. I still have that on my phone. Mm-hmm. I have the first voicemail you ever left me on my phone. Like, I don't have the first voicemail from Tarek.
Right.
But I didn't have, the phones didn't do that then.
Right.
Because he's older. But, yeah, I keep receipts.
Yeah, so she keeps receipts.
Long story short.
Long story short. Yeah, we went down a little bit of rabbit hole, but that's fine. That's what we do. I mean, that's fine. But my point is, she keeps memories.
Yes.
And that's that's a beautiful thing. But you know.
Well, what I'm saying is that I'm FBI and I look at location.
Oh, she FBI. Like, okay, y'all want to dance with her? She gonna dance.
So, but I didn't look because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
But then, like, my friend Mike, he said that him and his husband had went to Georgia for a ball game.
Specifically, y'all know Mike and Clay.
Yeah, he was like, we have a ball game. They're big Georgia fans. And it's a Georgia home game, and this might be the only one we can go to this season. Sorry, we're not there for your birthday. Which, I mean, it wasn't a big birthday.
Right.
You know, it's not like it was 40 or 50. You know, it wasn't an even number. And I was like, oh, that's totally fine. I get it. And, like, we'll do something when we get back. He's texting me pictures from the football field. Of them, like, great. In the background.
And it was
like,
old. It was old pictures.
And you just stole my You stole my storyline.
Okay.
It was an old picture.
It was an old picture. It was funny.
But, because they were actually there. So, but we had lunch, and then we walked around the grounds. And I will say at that point, I did think that you were acting weird.
Okay.
But I thought, oh, did he eat something that's messing with his stomach, and he's nervous, like, I hope he's not going to get the throwing up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's my birthday, don't puke.
Right.
But, and we walked over to the little, like, wedding chapel thing. Mm-hmm. And he started talking. And he said some of the most beautiful things. And I'm not going to tell him what he said because that's ours.
Right.
But, and I was crying and he was crying. Mm-hmm. And it was just because I felt so appreciated and loved. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, he's down on one knee. And asked me to marry him. And I say...
Are you sure? Are you sure? I was like, I'm down here. I'm like, yeah.
And then he's holding this ring. And I'm like, yes. And he goes, can you look at the ring?
I mean, what even look? I'm like, come on now.
But that's because I was excited, though.
I get it, but look down. I mean, I get it. Look at the ring.
Like, I got your ring. Look at it.
But then after that, all the friends jumped up from behind the bushes and they started crying. And then so that was a very
And Tamara
sweet,
came from Tennessee.
Yeah, Tamara came from Tennessee. So it was a sweet moment.
And but the kids were there?
The kids were there. So then after that, what happened is we went back to the house. It wasn't done yet. We went to the house and said, hey, let's go downtown. So we went downtown with a garden. And
he said that we were having dinner with Michelle and Tamara because Tamara came in from out of town.
Yeah, we was going to have some dinner. That was a half truth. So we were walking downtown, and then at that point, we kind of like, hey, let's go upstairs to Pilar's on the loft, is it?
Yeah.
But, so shout out to Pilar's, and if you go downtown Winter Garden, check that place out. Nice hopping place. That's a nice hopping.
Nice hopping.
So, okay, I'm old. I just aged myself. Anyway, it's 25.
I mean, you still say shout out.
Yeah, shout out. I'll just age myself. 25. It's, to all my students at UCF, it's 25. Anyway, we went upstairs, and when we went upstairs, it was a bunch more people there. We had a surprise cake, and shout out to my student, to my son Garrett Lee, who supplied all the
the cake,
the cupcakes, and so on and so forth. So to my son Garrett, I love you dearly. Garrett Lee was my very first student, my very first class I taught at West Orange High School in 1997, and this is so beautiful how many of my students we've kind of kept connected throughout the years, and now he's doing great things in the baking industry. And so check out Old School Cakes. If you want something done, Garrett Lee, my son, he is doing wonderful, wonderful work.
But all of my friends were there.
Yeah.
And, like, it blew my mind. Then I had a surprise birthday party and an engagement party all in one day. And I cried so hard. Mm-hmm. My throat hurt so bad for days.
Yeah.
And for days, I would watch the video of the proposal, and I couldn't, sometimes still, Like, Michelle texted me one day and was like, I just watched the video and I didn't cry out loud. Like, honestly. Like, it was... But she put it to Taylor Swift's song, like, on TikTok. Uh-huh. It gets me. Because, like, he knelt to the ground and pulled out her ring. Uh-huh. And, I mean, I wasn't a Swiftie. I'm telling you, I wasn't. Like, not that I didn't like her. I just...
Right. You didn't listen to her.
She's fine.
Yeah.
Like, but that made me like Taylor Swift. Like, I still don't know any of her songs but, like, 3. But I am pro Taylor and Kelsey.
Yeah.
I voted. I was rooting for Kansas City because Taylor Swift's on the background to my engagement song. And I don't care if you don't like my reasoning.
So, so fast forward from there, it's been, 5 months, I guess?
Yeah.
So it's been about 5 months.
Well, September 9th.
Yeah, about 5 months. And this has been a whirlwind from our professional lives and our personal lives. Just, from the standpoint of just a lot of movement, a lot of great, great, great positive things from the business side, the performance side, the business side, the personal side. Choirs are going great. Your job is going great. And so...
Still in school.
She's still in school. It's going great. She's a 4.0. I don't see how she does it. 4.0 student. And
after the semester, one class left.
She got one more class left, and she'll be graduating with another degree.
Yep.
Another master's. So it's like, you go ahead and do your thing. So I'm very, very proud of her. Orlando Choral Society is going extremely well. Shout out for the reunion concert that's coming up. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. You'll be hearing about that in the next few weeks for that May concert. So excited. A lot of messages about that. So that we'll talk about that another time. But UCF is going well. They're working so hard. I'm so proud of them. We're here in New York City. I'm here conducting an honor choir. So we was able to take pictures, and then I'll be in rehearsal. And really, really happy about that. We got almost 300 kids in the high school choir. Students from all over the country. This one is sponsored by World Strides. And so shout out to World Strides and Marian Gomez and the wonderful work that she does. So anytime we do something like this, I want to support and give something to the company that has, that believes in us and brings us to different places. So there's a couple of companies that be working for us, some things for national concerts, some different other groups that we'll be doing things for that I'm very excited about. But a lot of things are coming up. We'll be our podcast. We're going to be growing it. So come on in. We are back on the scene. I'm just so excited for what's happening and in store.
Well, I'm going to put up some bridal stuff because I'm a DIY bride. So while you're in rehearsal, I'm going to go to the Chelsea Flea Market.
You do your thing.
And, this bridal planning stuff has been something. Mm-hmm. Especially being a geriatric bride.
Wow.
For real, though. It's different, and I'm so particular, and I want things a certain way, and no one can do it except me.
Yeah, I respect that.
So, our house, will forever be curated with crafty things because I like to make everything. But if you look in my office right now, I've got a Cricut going. I've got big paper plants in the dining room. I've got a Cricut going. I've got macrame happening.
Basically, you walk through the botanical garden.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of plants.
Yeah.
But I've got a lot going on, and I'm learning a lot. And I'm going to help y'all. Because this is another thing, too. You can have a beautiful wedding and not break the bank. I refuse to purchase things from other people if I can make it and make it the way I want to. If I can't do it and do it the way I want to, then I'll purchase it. Right? But if I can try to do it and then put my bridesmaids to work, which what I have told them, we got one going. The save the dates are handmade and I love them, but I had to make them first to see if it would work. And then it works. So then when we get back home, there's going to be, you go on some trip that I ain't going on.
Right.
And I'm going to have the girls come over.
Yep.
And we're going to assemble.
Y'all live y'all life. And so I'm excited about you doing all this stuff because it's going to be your thing in terms of how you want it. And I think that's beautiful. As far as the podcast to the audience, it'll still be the same thing in terms of certain topics that are inspiring, Just from two people sitting at a table. No experts in anything, just from a standpoint of talking about life from our perspective. And hopefully that inspires you. But get ready for this big year.
Well, and I think we can offer a lot more now, too, as a couple.
Yeah,
because we can give you couple advice.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, and I mean this with everything in my spirit. I'm 46. Yes, 46 years old. You know, you get older and you forget how old you are. So weird. But,
I don't know. I'm 25. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I'm 46 years old, and obviously, I've had previous relationships in my life.
Right.
As have you.
Absolutely. Life.
Best tip I can give anybody: be friends with your person.
Yes.
Like, the friendship. Because passion and, like, thinking they're cute and chemistry and all that is very important. Mm-hmm. Very important. But that will ebb and flow in your life. Like, that's going to come and go. There'll be times where it peaks and valleys and whatever. But you need to make sure that person is the person that you want to sit on a couch and watch movies with. That is the person that is your travel buddy. That is the person, like, your favorite person.
Yeah. Because you need a person from the standpoint that hears you, listen to you, but they hear you. Mm-hmm. You know, and as a friend. Mm-hmm. As a friend. And everything else grows from that. That has been our experience in terms of building that friendship and making sure the friendship is solid and still feeding the friendship, even though that you're dating. Still remember that you're friends also. Mm-hmm. You know, that's very important. Things that we are learning, not coming from a relationship expert saying that what learned has worked for us, and you got to work at it.
Right, where you feel, and what I can tell you is this: it's a genuine, like, soulful, happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time I see you, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy you're there. I'm happy you're back. I'm happy wherever.
Right.
And I don't mean that sometimes you don't get on my nerves, and I don't get on yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it don't mean that we don't disagree.
Right.
But we don't fight.
Right. And if we do fight, I embrace it. And what I mean by that is that silence is deadly.
Yeah.
And fight meaning having an argument, you know, or disagreement. It's just that with all of that, there are rules. Mm-hmm. You know, you can have a disagreement without being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. You can do all things about verbal assault. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Really? Because what ends up happening is you focus on the assault more so than the problem. So it's more so I'm happy that we can have disagreements and not sit in silence and not wonder.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the issue, or this is the misunderstanding. How can we now move through this? Because it's easy. I know for me, it is easy for me just to go silent and play normal or hide behind my music. And that was a younger version of me. Now I realize in my life I need more than music in terms of to survive. And I have no desire to hide behind my music. I have every desire to be front, center, and by your side, and let's move forward. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of growth for me. That's through therapy. Mm-hmm. That's through which I continue to go to, and that's through also living my truth and understanding what that is, and what am I called to be, who am I called to be, and what level am I called to be it. And so then surround yourself with people who believe in you, not you have to prove to them that you are worthy. They already see your worthiness. Mm-hmm. And because if you have to fight for someone to be around you, you will always have to prove to them that you are worthy for them to be around you. And that's a life you never want to live.
Yeah, I think that...
I've lived it. I know it. I can't do it no more.
I think it's important because I'm a resolver.
Yeah.
I don't sit in... I'm not going to stew, and I'm not going to act like everything's okay when it's not.
Right.
If you look at me and lie to my face, I'm going to tell you looked at me and you lied to my face.
Right.
If you hurt my feelings, I'm going to tell you hurt my feelings.
Absolutely.
If you looked at me, if I'm moody and being unreasonable, maybe 80% of the time I'll say, I know I'm moody and unreasonable and I can't stop it. So either you might need to walk away from me right now. I don't know what's going on. I try to do that.
Or the other 20% I tell you.
Yeah. You know
good.
what? That's a lie, though, because the other 20%, you're normally super patient.
Yeah.
And then
true.
you will say,
okay, now.
you were being moody and unreasonable. I don't know if you got the memo, but like yesterday, what was going on?
I'm saying, honestly.
Like, you okay? Did you take your medicine?
Yeah.
Take your thyroid pill. Is your thyroid acting up?
Like, we really going through this right now?
Like, but it's, to me, being honest, open, transparent, and just own your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have always been being a single mom for years.
Yeah.
Money always stressed me out.
Yep.
Always stressed me out. And I know that the Bible says that the Lord will provide for you, and He always has. Mm-hmm. I just struggle with letting go and letting God.
Right.
And then there's you, who has got a very calm aspect towards it. Mm-hmm. And you're like, it is what it is. Like, money is money. You have a bill, you pay it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you can't do something extra, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Either you can or you can't. Mm-hmm. You save, you put aside. And you're just so calm, where I what if everything to death. Mm-hmm. Well, what if I live to be 145 and I didn't put enough, I think that way.
Yeah.
And so it has been very, you behave in such a way that is, like, in that aspect, that's just so black and white, matter of fact. That's the way I am with, like, arguing. Mm-hmm. Like, I can be mean now when I get real mad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But, and I'm not,
we all can.
And it's not saying that we don't get angry at each other. Mm-hmm. But, like, even on our worst arguments, mm-hmm. I don't think we ever got ugly. No. Like, there was nothing, there was nothing that was, like, meant to just be spiteful and mean.
And if it did, we apologize. Say, that wasn't cool.
Yeah. But
I would rather have that than sit in silence.
Oh, same. And then act like everything's fine.
And then
that I cannot do. When, like, you don't talk to me for 4 days and then you're just going to show up and be like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Have you lost your mind?
I mean, honestly.
Have you lost your absolute mind? Mm-hmm. Own it. If you lie to me and then you don't own it, mm-hmm. If I know you do, you know you do.
Right.
Like, same thing with kids.
Yeah.
Like, with my kids, if you lie to me and then say, hey, listen, I'm sorry I lied, we can work mm-hmm. through that. Yeah. Don't let me find out.
For real. That's
you know what I mean? Like, don't let me find out.
I've seen you do it.
And it's literally just own your stuff. And if you're in a relationship and you can just own it. Like, I'm owning that I'm neurotic where money's concerned. Mm-hmm. I'm owning that I can be moody.
But the thing about it, you come around. You come around and you grow with it. My thing with money has come with just growing up poor and watching my mother make things happen with 4 boys. Realized that we didn't have everything that we wanted, but we always had what we needed. And going through that, and then later on, you know, going through that life again, you know, and realizing, no, I can make this work. And so with you, it's like, no, that'll work out. Do this, this, and this, or that, and then you just figure out how to do it, and then you move forward.
Which I tell you this, no joke, mark it, guys. The day that we are married, and our bank accounts become 1, 2, mm-hmm. I never want to pay a bill again. I have said this and it gets on his nerves. You can give me an allowance.
And I will never do it.
But I seriously, like, you can say, here's $100 a week. If you need more, let me know. But here's $100, and I'll be like, thank you, sir.
That is not my.
I will give you my paycheck. I just never want.
That is not my personality.
I hate it. I hate paying bills.
I'm sorry you hate it, but I mean, I'll take it a bit. But give you allowance? Yeah, I ain't built that way. I'm not that type of man. Sorry, never will be. Never have been. Never will be.
I'm going to be texting you. Can I go to the store?
And I will. I don't let it say you. Oh, I got the wrong man. You do. That's not me. But anyway, so going back because we have to end this soon because I have to get ready for rehearsal. Mm-hmm. But that being said, we are back. We're happy to be back. We're excited to bring you more content and some different things. And this time we will be doing merch when it's appropriate and all this kind of good stuff right here and all blah blah. You'll see me at the airport with a red and green shirt on.
Listen, since I'm the merch designer, there will be no merch until June at the earliest.
So that's fine. It's coming.
Till I'm done with school.
Listen, that is fine.
Ain't nothing else being put on my plate besides this right now.
I can take a screenshot of us and put it on there and say Red and Green podcast. That's easy.
You're so dumb. He wants a shirt for himself.
I mean, so hello, walk around the school, advertisement, bam.
So ridiculous.
But anyway, so thank you so much. Don't forget to rate,
review, and subscribe. I mean, like, right now, just listen. Like, I can't ask you to do much. We've not been consistent. We're going to be consistent.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe because we put this one out.
And if this is new to you, just subscribe. Yeah. And then later rate and review. No pressure. We're here for you.
You said, I want y'all to hear how she's going by and doing this stuff. This is kind of stuff she does while she's got to pump her brakes and say, listen.
You might pump my brakes.
I want y'all to hear this right now. Rate, this is the argument that she said, we don't do this. Rate, review, and subscribe. But we're happy to be back and hope to see you soon at Red and Green,
the podcast.
Bang.